we're back with another episode.
This episode of The Face Off with Fleming and Fowler is sponsored by myapothecary.com. My Apothecary is the premier online destination for hemp-derived CBD that will help you curate a wealthy lifestyle. The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed during the Face Off with Fleming and Fowler podcast series are solely those of the individuals involved and do not necessarily represent any specific employer, organization, committee, or other group or individual. The primary purpose of this podcast series is to educate and inform. This podcast series does not constitute medical or other professional advice or services. Welcome back, y'all, to another episode of The Face Off with Fleming and Fowler.
Are you recording?
Yeah.
Isn't it supposed to be green?
No, it's supposed to be red.
Were you recording that whole time?
No, it's only been going for just a minute and 42 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If it's green, that means we're not recording.
I see. Welcome back. I feel like I can't hear.
Isn't that always?
There we are.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, okay, yeah.
Jeez. All right, welcome back, y'all. We are back at it again for another episode. Thank you all for the amazing support thus far. You guys are super, super great. You've been a great audience. We'll be here all week. So how was your week this past week?
I'm tired.
Why are you tired specifically?
I'm just sleep. This job is exhausting.
Why was it particularly exhausting this particular week?
Let me tell you why. I don't know if you heard, but I went to Miami 2 weeks ago. Maybe
Yeah.
we talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
I came back from Miami and was immediately in the LRICU.
Oh.
Where everyone weighs, well, actually they're not all heavy because they're all, malnourished, but
They're dead weight.
they're dead weight.
Yeah.
Sack of potatoes. So it's just like heave ho for 4 days. Excuse me. I was off on Monday.
Yeah.
And I just didn't get to sleep, I guess, over the weekend. So this week was just hard.
I feel like you've been going to happy hour like every day.
Yeah, that's
Based off your Instagram story.
I'm mildly depressed, but it's fine. Just drowning in alcohol. So yeah, I'm probably not getting good sleep either, but I'm just, and
You know what
this
helps with
rain.
sleep and insomnia? My Apothecary CBD.
True. I need to, I do the, I've been taking the pills at work because my back was messed up and I need to start doing the oil before I go to bed.
Yeah. You're wheezing again.
I know, dude. Fuck.
You need ECMO. Why is it that you wheeze when you come to my house? Is there something in my house that's making
It's
you
probably,
wheeze?
honestly, it's probably carpet.
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to get rid of it at this point.
You have to. It's a health hazard to me.
Well, I'm trying to get rid of all the carpet downstairs and just put not hardwood floors because that's expensive. Faux vinyl planks.
I'm just like, who even has real hardwood floors anymore?
Nobody.
They
Rich people, wealthy people.
Yeah, it seems like very hard to take care of.
Yeah, nobody got time for all that.
Yeah, I don't know about as laminate. That's the way to go.
Yeah, laminate because you can put your little swivel sweeper on it and call it a day.
I just want the look of wood.
Yeah, I don't even want the real look. I want it more gray. Because I'm gonna paint my kitchen cabinets white.
What is with all the gray? Why is interior design gray now?
Because gray is like the new like white.
It's like don't fuck with the gray.
Why not? It depends on what type of gray. If you're getting like a grayish, which is a gray beige at times, or if you're getting a cool gray, warm gray, stuff like that. So like in my room here, this is a cool gray because at certain times it looks a little blue, but in the daytime it looks actual gray.
So I like this color of your room.
Yeah.
There's something about the overdone gray or the gray floor with the gray wall.
Yeah.
With the white marble countertop, and I'm like, can we just?
Yeah, it's kind of like the that whole chic modern kind of look.
Yeah, like the modern farmhouse.
Yeah, which I absolutely love.
I fuck with a Belgian farmhouse. That's been my vibe lately.
Belgian farmhouse?
Yeah, a lot of textures, a lot of warm whites.
Yeah, I like Bohemian. Bohemian's cute.
I could get behind boho.
Yeah.
All right, welcome to our interior design.
Yes,
podcast.
we have now switched off to the Face Off with interior decorating. Well,
how was your week?
My week was actually pretty good. I had a new student that started. Well, first of all, before I talk about her, I had jury duty. I know you guys were waiting to hear what happened with that on Monday. And first of all, I live outside of one of the main counties here in San Antonio, so I had to go to this like little hick town. And first of all, I was praying the whole time that I did not get pulled over because they have like these little speed traps where, you can go 75 miles an hour. And then 2 seconds later, 40 miles an hour. And you're like, bitch, I cannot slow down that fast. And showed up to the courtroom, which was the smallest courthouse I had ever been to in my life. And I haven't been to very many courthouses, but my godmother obviously is a retired judge. And so I've seen her in action.
That's why you've been to the courthouse.
Well, I've been to court once for a ticket, and the cop did not show up, which was great. So they adjudicated it, whatever that means. I just didn't have to pay it, which was great. So this was a very small courthouse, and there were a shit ton of us, and we all did not fit in the courtroom, and they were trying to figure out, like, they had different groups that arrived at different times. So it pays to be late to jury duty. Just FYI, it pays to be late. So yeah, that went great. And then my student started this week, and this was her first clinical. Super nice girl. So I'm excited for her to be able to learn everything that she can. So other than that, today I saw my massage therapist, and again, he was just rubbing on my booty like he loved me. So yeah, it ended very well.
I'm highly considering lifting my massage band for my birthday.
You have a ban on massages?
I just never have a good one, and I don't enjoy it. It's like not for me.
Well, I don't know that I want you to go to mine, because that would be considered cheating, because he would be cheating on me with you.
First of all, I don't think you have claim over his life, and I would be paying for the service.
The tips that I leave, I kind of do. Yeah.
I wasn't planning on going to your massage therapist.
Oh, okay, just checking.
I would never.
I gave him a good tip today because he really rubbed my booty
You
very well.
me, so I would never cross that line. But
friends don't use friends massage therapists.
Yeah. I'm considering trying to dip my toe back into massages. My
I
body
think
is jacked, dude. My body is so jacked.
When was the last time you had a massage?
I think in Greece.
When were you in Greece?
Like 2016 maybe.
Oh yeah, you need a massage, especially with the stuff, the kind of work that you do. And we'll talk more about that with your Bambi legs in the rehab corner.
Yo, I don't even want to.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
I got stumps over here. I got thick legs.
And I did not help her at all. R.I.P. Alyssa. But yeah, you need to go and get a massage, because massages are just, they're just like chicken noodle soup for the soul. You just need them.
Huh.
Yeah, you absolutely need them. Yeah. When I first came out of PT school, I was religiously getting them things like every week, and I was spending so much money because I didn't have a house, obviously. So, and I was just happy to not be asking other people for money. Anyway, so we're going to get right into it. So this week, the CDC, if you guys have not heard yet, the CDC, actually, before we get into that, today is my birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
So we're recording.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. You want me to sing in Spanish for you?
Cumpleaños aquí.
No,
what?
It's Los Mañanitas.
Oh, what is cumpleaños? What does that mean?
That's happy birthday. I mean, it's just different.
Los cumpleaños aquí.
Feliz cumpleaños, mija.
Oh, gracias.
De nada.
Yeah,
this is your bilingual episode of the Face.
So yeah, today, when this episode comes out, today is my birthday. So happy birthday
Taurus
to me.
Season.
Taurus season. We are out. Bums out. Sun's out. Bums out. Yeah, and I won't say that, but I'm excited. I'm excited to be a year older, a year wiser. If anybody sees my husband out there, please tell him to come home. I tell him I miss him and I love him, and I just want him to be well.
This is going to be a good year for you.
It definitely is. It has no choice but to be.
Right?
I'm manifesting everything every day.
I'm rooting for everybody black.
Yes, and myself and my husband and my kids. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, back into the situation. The CDC has now changed their guidelines with regard to mask wearing. And this week they announced that if you are fully vaccinated, that you can now go out into the public, whether it be crowds or, small groups, without a mask.
And let me tell you, people are taking full advantage of that shit.
They definitely
Case in point, Friday morning, went to Einstein's Bagels. Man was wearing a mask. I just looked around like, surely the staff will tell this man something.
Yeah.
No one said anything. I was freaked out.
Did they have a sign on the door that still said,
no,
you need
they
a
took
mask?
it off. They took it off because I looked again.
Ooh.
And then I went out yesterday and no one was wearing a mask.
Well, see, here's the thing.
Well, no, I won't say that. I'll say maybe like it was 50-50. But it's just weird to see people's faces again.
Yeah, I'm not vaccinated, but I am still going to wear a mask for a little bit, because the thing is, I have not had a common cold since COVID started.
Do you get colds usually?
I don't, but at least like once a year I'll get like a little allergy kind of thingy, like especially when I think because it's been raining here so much, it hasn't happened yet, but when the cedar goes really high here in Texas, my allergies
Cedar
go
fever.
crazy. Yeah, it goes crazy. And usually I'll be out for like a day where I just can't breathe. Eyes are puffy, nose itching, nose running. And then the next day I'm perfectly fine. So I usually have just one day where I'm down a year when the SEER is super high here. But it's been, like I said, it's been raining so much, so we haven't really had a chance to get that, which I'm happy about. But
My thing is, how do you know who's vaccinated and who's not?
Well, you don't. And the thing is, Dr. Fauci did an interview and people were like, well, yeah, they asked that same question. He was like, well, the reality is you don't know. And so we're just looking for people to be honest.
Okay, well, we've tried the honor system bullshit and it ain't working.
People out here trying to get fake vaccination cards. You think people are going to be honest about the fact that they got vaccinated or not? Like, come on.
Gosh.
It's crazy. But yeah,
there has to be some kind of rapid test for antibodies.
I would hope they develop something else.
Like, I'm thinking traveling wise, if you could, there has to be, or just like concert wise or something.
Yeah.
There has to be some kind of rapid test.
Yeah, because certain countries are still requiring that you get like a COVID test, but then there are more people that are showing up with positive COVID tests right now, even after being vaccinated, but obviously their symptoms are much more milder, which the thing is, the vaccine does not prevent you from getting COVID.
Yeah, it makes always, exactly.
It makes your symptoms less, so hopefully you won't die
from COVID.
Exactly, but you'll still get the little...
Just like the flu shot.
Yeah, just get the flu shot.
I can't guarantee you're not going to get the flu, but I can almost guarantee that you won't die if you do.
Exactly. Hopefully you won't end up in an ICU on VV ECMO as a result of that. So yeah, so that was pretty interesting. So y'all just be safe out there. Just if you're going to be in large crowds, I know the CDC has said that, but for those of us that are not vaccinated, just keep wearing your mask. Just wear it for the rest of the year. You've already done it for a whole year, so it's not a big deal anymore. But I tell you what, I'm not getting that flu shot again because now I know
flu shot.
Now I know I can survive with a mask on for a whole year.
If I can survive COVID, I can survive the flu.
Exactly.
Famous last words. Watch me be cannulated next year.
Wait, you never had COVID though, right?
No, I never had.
No, your brother did.
I tried hard as I might, did not get it.
Well, you kept telling your brother to get back in the house, so technically.
That's true.
So also in the news too, with regard to, or on the piggybacking off of the COVID thing, the COVID situation, there's been a lot of lawmakers that have been, not necessarily lawmakers, but political figures that have been trying to coerce people into getting it by different creative ways. So the Ohio governor announced that any adult who gets vaccinated will automatically be entered into a statewide $1 million lottery.
Bro, and first of all, you only have to have at least one dose of the vaccine.
Yeah.
Right? Second, God, I'm wheezing so bad.
You're wheezing really bad.
Second of all, I'm going to have to prop up, I'm going to orthopenia myself. Prop myself up on some pillows.
Yes.
And they're giving away 5 full scholarships to public institutions.
That's insane.
Yeah.
So the whole time you had the money to do it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're like, what are we gonna do with all this COVID money?
Yeah. Well, even was it New Jersey or New York? I think it was New Jersey's mayor, Palacios, whatever his name is. He was sitting on air eating some Shake Shack or Steak and Shake, whatever, fries and burgers and shit.
Is it Shake Shack or Steak and Shake? Because that makes the difference for me.
I've never had either. Well, no,
I've never had Shake Shack?
I've never had Shake Shack. That's not in South Florida. No.
Well, because it's from New York, right?
Yeah, I've never had Shake Shack before, but I definitely have. I mean, Steak and Shake is fucking. Everybody's had that.
I don't think I've had Steak and Shake.
Really?
Wow. I have had Shake Shack.
They don't. Do they have Steak and Shake here in Texas?
Austin.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say they don't have it here in San Antonio, but the mayor was on TV talking about if you get vaccinated, we'll give you a voucher for some free fries. Oh, because Americans can't afford fucking fries. What the fuck is wrong with you? What
do you think would make it worth it to you to get vaccinated? Like
nothing.
Nothing?
Oh, I lied. If you pay off all my student loans.
There you go.
If Joe Biden says that if you will be willing to get vaccinated, I will pay off all your student loans. Now, here's the thing, Joe. You're going to have to pay them student loans off in real time. It ain't going to be you get your thing and then you come back for your vaccine. No, bitch. That's
As that syringe is pressed all the way down, I want to be looking at my balance and see it go to zero.
Matter of fact, the balance needs to be paid off in full before I get it.
He'll do 50% with the first shot.
Yep.
50% with the second.
Absolutely. I would definitely do that. That's the price I would pay to get a vaccine, is to have all my student loans paid off.
Nice.
Absolutely.
What if he was like, you can get the Pfizer and have 100% of your loans paid off, or you can get the Johnson & Johnson. No, wait. The Pfizer and 50% of your loans paid off, or the Johnson & Johnson for 100% of your
Johnson & Johnson. I'm taking a chance. I'm taking it.
You're going to have
I'm taking it.
brain bleeds.
I've been taking my vitamins faithfully for 3 weeks in a row.
I have seen you been doing that.
Yes, I'm popping pills, okay? Popping pills, not your own ex, girl. Popping pills. No? Okay. It's fine.
I'm going to have to get Darren to get the lyrics on that one. I don't know what that is.
No worries. Also, too, in the news, this past week, I think the whole entire these United States has felt this, right? So there was
crippling anxiety and depression.
Yes, because of a cyber attack that occurred with one of the largest pipelines in the United States that halted gas, the delivery of gas.
I didn't feel it.
No, because we're in
Texas. But my mom had texted me on the way home.
Thank God for your mom. Shouts out to Alyssa's mom.
She stayed. I don't know what she gets news alerts or she's just steady on Twitter or Fox News is just consistently playing in the background.
Your mom's probably a CIA agent.
She probably is. Every time some shit like this pops off, and I'm always like, "You're being dramatic." It happens.
Yeah.
She texted me and she was like, "Hey, you need to go fill up on gas when you get home. Fill up your brother's car too. Gas shortage. Don't know what's gonna happen with the gas." And I'm like, "Okay, what the fuck?" And I tell everyone at work, like, "Hey, y'all heard about a gas shortage?" And
we were like, "No,
I don't know."
We're such in this medical bubble.
I know. Got home, sure did see it all over the news.
Yeah.
Like, damn, good thing I got gas.
It was crazy because I had just filled up on Sunday, but then because I had jury duty on Monday, and then this all happened on Tuesday. I just went and just topped off, and that was it. I didn't fill up no gas cans. But then people just started being really stupid and ridiculous and started filling up 3 and 4 and 5, 6 gas cans.
Dude, like Bill Miller tea containers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then people started putting them in trash bags, and I'm like, do you know what the fuck gasoline does? You will die. This one lady, she had bags of gasoline in the trunk of her car, and she was driving home, and somehow it connected with something, and literally her car caught on fire. And I was like, you just wasted all that money on gas, and now you lost your car. You're an idiot. Take what you need and get the fuck on.
Yeah, that's always the problem here. Everyone starts freaking out.
It's not even here, because even in Florida, my sister, she was like, she had like a quarter of a tank of gas, and everywhere she went, there was like no gas. And then she finally saw one, and she said gas was almost like $4 a gallon. So she was like, I only got a half a tank. I was like, bitch, why didn't you just fill up? Like, she's like, because I knew I was going to go back down at some point. Did you really? Did you?
You can't ever be. Remember, we all said that when Snowvid happened. We're like, just get a couple of things from the store. It's only last a night, bitch.
Listen,
famous last words.
I am a multi-hurricane survivor. Okay, I am from South Florida, and I know how to prepare for disasters. Plus, I'm an apocalyptic guru, and so I am prepared on that too. Zombies, snow, I'm your woman.
Lord.
Except for camping, I don't do camping because that's not. We still have to go camping, but anyway. Yeah, so that was really weird. I think things have kind of calmed down a bit though, because even American
People
Airlines.
remembered we're fucking from Texas and there's oil everywhere.
It's very true.
I mean, we're drying up, but it's everywhere.
Yeah, and then people on like TikTok were like going in and were like, oh, so all y'all people that was picking at us when we had snow, now your bitch asses ain't got no gas and we got all the gas. And I was like, God damn, y'all so mean to each other.
Do you know details of the cyber attack? Of course I don't, because I don't
know,
watch the
but
fucking news.
You know what's getting on my nerves though? How everybody keeps attacking everything else but Sallie Mae's student loans. And I don't understand why.
I need Fed loan servicing attacked, but yeah.
Yes, because I'm with them too. I need Fed loan and Navient.
Just take out the government.
Just every listen.
Student loan sector.
Great Lakes, Navient, Fed loan, take them all out. SoFi.
Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, you're fine.
There was a tweet that was like, Gemini's, and it was like, you're talking while I'm interrupting. I thought of you.
Okay.
Okay, anyway. Have you watched the docuseries on Netflix? The ones where they like explain shit. There's a topic and they'll be like, here's this about this. Anyway, there's one
documentary.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hate you. You're so annoying.
I love you too.
That's why I don't share opinions. There is one on money. So like the first one is about scams, Ponzi schemes, cryptocurrency, MLMs, all that stuff. The second one, this may be out of order. One of them is about student loans.
Oh.
Bitch.
Biggest scam ever.
Biggest scam ever.
Biggest scam.
And they were talking about how during the pandemic, private institutions, public institutions, all their enrollment went down, but for-profit colleges skyrocketed.
Oh, yeah.
And how student loan interest, or student loans in general started as like low interest loans to get more people into colleges because of all the like race to space and stuff and all of those things, and how screwed up it is now, and how you end up paying more in interest than you do for your original loan.
Yeah, you do.
Crazy shit.
It's insane. College to me is one of the biggest scams, and the reason why is because of the financial institution that backs these colleges. And no one in the world has money for college. Let's be very clear. Unless you are born into wealth, you have a trust, or your parents, know about it from very early on and put aside $25 or $50 every month for, these little grants and all that kind of stuff. But the reality is no one has money for college, and they know that. And they, the economic system has set it up where they push these degrees and having all of this knowledge and blah, blah, blah for the right price. But then when you get out there and try to get these jobs, how many people have all these advanced degrees and have no job?
It's all networking.
Exactly. And then you have so many people who have degrees. Like there's like this little series that's on social media that's like, tell me what you got your degree in and tell me what you do now for a living. And people they veer totally, completely off, the ramp when it comes to what they got their college degree in and what they're doing now. So, yeah.
I remember learning in high school, like in South American countries, college is paid for, right? Public institutions, but it's a lottery. Like you have to score this much on a test. You have to get paid. It's like you jump through hoops to be able to go to school, which sucks. But then I'm like, what's better? Everyone can go to school and is in crippling debt, or not everyone can go to school, but it's free. And you have to work harder to get there. So only the smart survive.
I would probably still choose loans. Because I'm not going to work hard. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's rough.
I'm not going to. I mean, even at that time, even if I didn't have the degrees that I have, I still wouldn't have done it. Because literally, I got an AA on accident because I had too many credits, and they were like, "Hey, you can turn this into AA. Great, awesome." But then even too, like, yeah, I'm just.
You lose.
Too much work. Yeah, definitely. Well, speaking of losing, Chick-fil-A is currently losing right now.
Losing my fucking money if they don't get their sauce up.
Yo, so along with the gas shortage, here we have another shortage. We just talked about how ketchup was a shortage and chicken
nuggets,
and now freaking Chick-fil-A sauces is having a shortage. So they're going to be limiting the amount of sauces that they give you.
Just when you think the year can't get worse.
Chick-fil-A, we were all rooting for you.
2 steps forward, 1 step back. Mask off.
Chicken nuggets down.
Chicken nuggets down.
And sauce. It's ridiculous.
The sauce maketh the nugget a lot of the times.
Yeah, it makes everything. Absolutely. Did I tell you about the one time I tried to make Polynesian sauce rice?
Sorry. Nope. Love to hear about it.
This is when there was no shortage and I was in PT school, and
this is when sauce was plentiful.
Oh, absolutely.
Flowing.
I would go to Chick-fil-A, and I don't think I was a vegetarian at the time. And I used to go and get like a little 10-piece nugget. I think that's what they had. And then I would get the fries, but I was like, can I have extra Polynesian sauce? And they would give me like 10 Polynesian sauces, which was great. And I would go home and I would just empty out the sauce packets, and I used to make jasmine rice and put the Polynesian sauce in there because I was like, surely this sauce can go on anything. That was the nastiest fucking rice I've ever had in my life. And I literally wasted it and had to throw that whole thing away. I was so mad.
That sounds that sauce is too thick.
It was disgusting. It was absolutely disgusting. I don't know why
they changed their Polynesian sauce probably around 2008. I'll never forgive them.
I don't feel like they have, because 2008. Was I eating Chick-fil-A at that time? No. That was too expensive for me because I was, again, was I in undergrad? Yeah, I was in undergrad. And yeah, I was on the Chipotle. I think Chipotle had just came out.
That was it for you?
Yeah, so I never really went to Chick-fil-A like that.
I'd have to fact check myself, but around the time when they were reinventing all of their sauces, because I like the honey roasted barbecue sauce that comes in a squeeze.
I never even knew they had that.
That's my favorite one. But it comes in like a squeeze ketchup packet.
Oh.
But the honey roasted barbecue sauce was the original Chick-fil-A sauce.
Really?
And it was in a Chick-fil-A sauce packet, but then when they redid all the sauces, they turned that into the honey roasted barbecue sauce. They came with a new Chick-fil-A sauce, and that is the time when the Polynesian sauce changed. Someone please support this.
So was the old recipe sweeter, or what did it taste like? Was it tangier? What?
I can't
give us your thoughts.
Thanks.
It was so long ago you can't remember.
I think it was a little thinner and a little sweeter. I'd have to really sit down with some Polynesian to give you my thoughts, because I don't like the new one.
So you need to do a taste test online.
I need a taste test. Yeah, okay. Maybe I'll find some like old Polynesian on eBay or something.
Cool beans. Yeah. All right. Well,
I'll keep you updated.
Keep me updated, definitely. Well, on a sadder note, unfortunately, but we got to talk about it just real quick. All the stuff that's been going on. First of all, we want to say that we want to send our prayers to the people in Palestine, all of the Palestinians. There's been a lot of stuff that's been going on between Palestine and Israel. And there's been so many different facts that have been coming out with regard to the United States and their involvement, with Israel being an ally and all this other kind of stuff, and just all the bombings that have been going on. So we are definitely sending our thoughts and prayers to the people of Palestine, that this tyranny, this attempted genocide, and this war will literally come to an end. because it's horrible. Like the pictures and videos that I'm seeing it's like gut wrenching. It's absolutely gut wrenching, and it's over nothing. Literally, like when you break it all down, like land, oil, it's all this political bullshit, and you're killing people over nothing.
It's insane to me that there's still wars over not even land specifically, but like ideas, like what things stand for,
right?
Which, like, you know, everyone's very passionate about things. I get it, but it sounds so archaic. Like, oh
yeah, definitely.
But I don't know. You'd think of all the progress we made, like this would be one of those things. But you know, when one group of people is super,
it's always when you peel back the layers like an onion, the root of it is always supremacy, and it's always oppression. Like one group trying to oppress the other group for no real reason. Like there's never any real reason to oppress a group of people. But even now in 2021, like let's move forward. Okay. This is humanity. Like this
onward
is dumb.
and upward.
Seriously. Like we're every country is dealing with a pandemic at this point. You got India running out of gas, running out of oxygen in their hospitals. I mean, people dying on the streets. I mean, they literally have had like over 250,000 deaths in the last couple of weeks just from COVID. And I'm like, really? Israel, come on now. Damn.
You may think I'm wrong and controversial opinion, but I really think Gen Z is the one that's going to pull us out of this.
Really?
They're all peace, love, mental health medicated, and I think.
But do you guys have strategy is the point?
No, not at all.
You just
Did
call it out.
Did you see the SNL episode of the Gen Z hospital?
No.
Holy moly. You have to watch it. I'll send it to you. It's hilarious.
That's funny. I can only imagine. But I do think that Gen Z is a generation of people calling out shit that millennials, baby boomers, all of us, that we had dealt with and that we kind of just lived with it. We knew it was toxic. Exactly. We knew it was toxic. But I think Gen Z is definitely helping to what? And I think it's because y'all have this sense of entitlement.
I'm not Gen Z, ma'am.
You are Gen Z.
I'm a millennial. I'm like one of the last years.
You're 90.
You're one of the first years. We're 10 years apart.
Yeah, no, it's 1980 is the first year of millennial.
Yeah, I'm 94.
Oh, that's right. 95 starts Gen Z.
I'm right at the end.
Well, yeah, you're too close. So we're just going to go ahead and put you in there.
Okay. I think millennials were the generation that were like, we're going to call out the things that were happening to us so people are aware.
Yeah,
and
we were the generation of hope.
Yeah, and Gen Z is the generation of we're calling out the motherfuckers who did it and we're putting you on blast.
And we're going to get you fired from your jobs.
And we're going to make up a fucking TikTok dance about it and dance on your grave. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Progress. Every 10 years, baby. We're making it.
That's very true.
Wait, a millennium is not 10 years.
That's why I'm putting you in Gen Z. You are absolutely, I've knighted you. You are in Gen Z. Definitely.
I hate my life.
Definitely. Well, also too, some other stuff that's going on. Ellen DeGeneres is after her 19th season, she will be ending the Ellen DeGeneres show.
First of all, I had no idea it had run that long.
I didn't either.
Whew.
But didn't Oprah Winfrey do the same thing? Didn't she cut off at 19 seasons?
Maybe that's just your expiration date.
Yeah, because she left CBS, I think, at 19 seasons, honestly. But the thing is, I think Ellen was obviously forced out because of all the stuff that was going on with the workplace harassment, hostile work environment, allegations and complaints and all that kind of suits and the suits that were going on. And she gave an interview and was very emotional. And she was like, I had no idea that this stuff was going on. And I'm just like, did you not?
Ellen seems to me like the popular girl who everyone is friends with and everyone will always be around and go to her parties and laugh and include them, but everyone is like mildly scared of them and also hates them because they're rude, annoying, and bring up shit you don't know about.
Absolutely. Because even some of the things that she does on her show, it makes me cringe a lot of times. I love Ellen, first of all. I am a fan of Ellen. I'm a fan of her stand-up comedy. I'm a fan of her show. But there are some cringe-worthy moments where you can tell the guest is uncomfortable and she will push and push and push and push. And it's like, just stop. They clearly don't want to answer the question.
For
just
the ratings,
stop.
baby.
That's what I'm saying. So like this whole idea that you weren't aware of the toxicity, like it's bullshit. Because I'm quite sure somebody told you.
Yeah.
I'm quite sure somebody told you. But the good thing is she did at least take accountability and was like, listen, no, I didn't see it. I wasn't aware of it, but my name is on the show. This is, it's my reputation that's on the line, and it just is. So
it is what it is. She's going to go on YouTube like fucking James Corden.
Or she's going to keep doing interviews like Oprah. Like Oprah's like, oh, I'm retiring from my show, and here this bitch is with a whole ass network doing.
She's like, the money is calling.
Exactly. She's like,
I'm just going to open up my garden home.
Yeah, she might as well. All right, let's just take a quick break and we'll be right back. This episode of The Face Off with Fleming and Fowler is sponsored by myapothecary.com. My Apothecary is the premier online destination for hemp-derived CBD that will help you curate a wealthy lifestyle.
CBD is one of many restorative compounds found in the cannabis plant. Its benefits include decreased pain, improved mood, decreased anxiety, and much more. Some of y'all know that I have crazy ADHD, so I'm heavily medicated at all times, and I've been taking CBD oil at night to kind of calm me down, get me ready for bed. 10/10 would recommend.
Worried about regulations? The passing of the 2018 Farm Bill made hemp-derived CBD legal to sell and consume. So yes, CBD is 100% legal and perfect for every person of legal age. My Apothecary's featured line, Broad Bloom, offers broad-spectrum CBD oil drops, sports cream, and soft gels. These products have no THC, so you can stay fly without the high or zen without the spin. Shop now at www.myapothecary.com and sign up for their newsletter to get exclusive offers, product releases, and CBD news.
Remember to always check with your healthcare provider before consuming any supplement. You must be 21 to purchase and consume, and shipping is only available in the US of A.
Don't forget to shop at www.myapothecary.com. All right, some other stuff that's going on in the news. Tank, the singer Tank, R&B singer, he's going deaf, completely deaf in his right ear.
Listen, I'm not trying to be dramatic, but name one Tank song.
Emergency.
Oh yeah, that one. Okay, cool.
I Can't Make You Love Me.
I just wanted to make sure you knew who we were talking about.
Please Don't Go. He has, his whole album, Sex, Love, and Pain, chapter 1 and 2. Baby, I deserve to not my somebody.
Oh, what was that?
Ooh yeah. See,
baby,
I deserve.
I hate you. I hear Tank. I hear the name Tank, and I know who that is, but the song.
He's the black guy who never has his shirt on, but he has killing abs.
Yeah, got it. The original Trey Songz, but
I'm sorry, what?
The original Trey Songz.
Don't you ever put Trey Songz goat sounding ass and Tank in any sentence together.
He
ever.
always looks like Twitch to me.
Don't ever disrespect Tank like that ever again in your life.
Okay, this
man is a legend.
Yes. Okay, so you can tell me this isn't Trey Songz. This is a Trey Songz album cover.
Ma'am, who did Trey Songz get it from?
No, I know.
This man's been in the industry longer than Trey Songz has been alive.
Anyway.
And he doesn't sound like a goddamn goat. And he can play all instruments. I hate that guy. Anyway.
He's going deaf. Which ear?
The right ear.
Oof. That's a good one.
That's rough. It's just like a surgeon getting his finger chopped off.
You need to watch Sound of Metal tonight. Please.
Yes, I will.
Please watch it.
I will. I definitely will. All right. Last thing but not least, this is actually your story that you brought up with regard to the little 4-year-old.
Oh my God, y'all. Did you see that 4-year-old who got on his mama's phone, I'm assuming, and ordered $2,600 worth of SpongeBob popsicles from Amazon?
That's definitely something my nephew would do.
He is so proud in that picture that his mom posted. He's just standing on all these boxes, eating his SpongeBob popsicle. First of all, how much dry ice did that take?
Seriously. And I would have beat his ass.
Also, it should not be that easy to buy that.
Well, the thing is, because remember when these Echoes and the Dots first came out?
Oh, you could order,
and the thing is, they automatically link your credit card that you buy Amazon Prime stuff with. So if somebody says, "Hey Alexa, order me X, Y, and Z," that bitch would order that shit. And then they started putting these parental guidelines where they're like, "Oh, okay, you have to confirm it." I took that shit off immediately because people were buying a bunch of stuff, or their kids were, without them knowing. I would have beat that little boy ass.
Have you seen the new Google Home and how it can make appointments for you? It calls people.
This one does that. Mine does that. Maybe I should have told people I have that.
Oh.
Anyway.
They did the
I'm getting
new,
rid of it anyway because it's the Secret Service.
Apple has the Keynote, but I don't know what Google fucking calls it. But
the Assistant, it's Google Assistant.
When they're presenting it and talking about it, he's like, "This is it," and it's a woman. It's not like a Siri voice. It's like a woman's voice. And she's like, "Hi, I'd like to make a hair appointment for da da da." And that's insane to me.
Well, because Google, I feel like is pretty much like the prototype of AI. I feel like they spend the most money in AI. They have the most tech invested in AI. And so this is why theirs is a little bit more superior. I just think their interface is not as stable as like some other, like it's just not as stable to me, I feel like. But
Facebook was doing hella AI, but they had to shut it down because it was getting too smart.
Yeah. But that's the thing. You build technology and it matures. Technology is good. Like
I watched iRobot. I know what can happen.
But that's what I'm saying. Like even you just putting in, people think it's just, you're putting in these codes. No, the codes are just like DNA. It can mutate.
And it's learning from each other.
Yeah.
Keeps learning. Oh God.
And it'll just and one day it's just gonna get out of control. This is why technology is going to ruin the world.
What I do fuck with is health AI. That shit is so cool to me.
Well, there's a lot of companies that are coming out with a lot of like healthcare tech jobs and stuff, which I am actually trying to get into that. So I won't say my ideas on the podcast.
Yeah, don't blow it.
But I think it's pretty cool.
I had heard about like 3 years ago that they wanted to do AI in your toilet, so it takes a stool sample every single day, so it can literally track what's happening to your body. What? That's so cool, because then if I'm diagnosed with some weird cancer, they can be like, after so much data, they can start tracking it or telling me, hey, you might want to go get checked out.
You're gonna have a Google probe up your ass, looking at your stool. That's disgusting.
If it helps me live forever, yes.
Hell no, that's too far.
Well, I'm gonna be fucking 30, flirting and thriving forever, and you're gonna be old and wrinkly.
Just take probiotics. You're fine.
How will I know unless I get a stool sample?
How will I know if he really loves me? How will I know?
Speaking of singing, Jay-Z will be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Wait, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame or like the hip hop?
No, the Rock and Roll, like the big Hall of Fame.
Why? He's not a rock and roll.
But the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is just like the Hall of Fame.
Just for musical Hall of Fame.
Yeah, it's like the musical Hall of Fame.
Don't call it rock.
Well, because it started as the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, because when the white people stole the music from
very true
the black people, it was rock and roll, and that was all the music. Anyway,
gotcha.
Congrats to him.
That's awesome.
Beyonce's husband. We're very proud. Love that. Kobe was just inducted into the NBA Hall of Fame.
Was he not when he was alive?
No, they just did it. And Tim Duncan too. Yeah, him and Tim Duncan.
Okay, here's the thing about Tim Duncan. I think Tim Duncan needs to have a conversation with Peyton Manning, because I don't think he's handling retirement very well. Did you see these locks on his head?
Oh, he did that as soon as he started coaching. He's trying to regain his
Who is he coaching?
He coaches the Spurs, kind of. He's like an assist, like a side.
He looks weird. He looks like a serial killer, and I don't like it. I want him to shave it off. It's because
he's got this young little wife now, and he just lived his little quiet NBA life, and now that he's retired, he's just like, I'm young and rich. What am I going to do?
I just want him to scream one time. Just scream one time.
He'll never do it.
Yeah, he won't. Loser. Definitely not.
But yeah, Vanessa Bryant posted all these pictures of Natalia, their oldest daughter,
I saw
wearing
her
the jacket.
Yeah,
oh God,
that was so cute. I just kind of hate everything now that they do with his family, because it's so sad. Like, I know they're carrying on his legacy, but it's so like you can't even really rejoice and be happy for the moment, because it's crippled by this dark cloud that him and his daughter were killed in a plane crash. Like, it's like, I almost kind of want them to just go away for a little bit. It's like, you can't really rejoice.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping when she goes to college and starts doing shit.
I think she'll be an amazing businesswoman, but it's just, and especially too for that little baby. I mean, she's not a baby, but the littlest one, it's like, she'll never get to know her dad, like for real. But even speaking of athletes, did you see that there's an athlete, there's a ban on athletes for the Tokyo Olympics?
Yes,
for people wearing
political or protesty shit, which is crazy. I mean, not crazy. Tokyo's a wild place, so if anyone if there was going to be a hard ban on anything socially aware, I would say Asia.
I would think it would be China that would be more, because they're communists. Or maybe they were at one point.
They're probably just trying not to rock the boat or anything. But
yeah, I get it.
Formula One this past season, they were all about Black Lives Matter, because their fucking shining star of a driver is Lewis Hamilton. He's black. But everyone was wearing their fucking Black Lives Matter shirts. Yeah. They were taking all these pictures. Every race they were wearing them.
I wonder how that's going to affect people wanting to, like, literally competing, because competing for the Olympics or preparing for the Olympics is such a big thing where you are literally training for years. You know, you're training for up to 3 years for these games and competing. So I wonder, you know, how many of these athletes will really stand on the guise of that, you know, they are representing the United States of America, and will they choose to either go against the grain? Because I don't think you want to get arrested in a Japanese prison.
No, we're not doing locked up abroad.
No.
I think there's a very, I want to say big split, but I also feel like many people go back and forth between like, I am just an athlete and I do just want to get in and do my fucking job and be good at it and not have to make any big political statements that can ruin my money and my endorsements and help my fans, because I just love what I'm doing and I want to do it. And then they're also like, I do have this platform and I do have this ability to speak out on things. And I don't know. It sucks. It just sucks if you had to go to work every day and someone was like, well, what is your opinion on this?
Yeah. And then you can't give it because of something that's really not even tangible. I mean, a gold medal is great, but it's not, it's the gold medal itself is tangible, but you just wanting to be a winner is not tangible. You get what I'm saying?
I've worked my whole life to just be good at this one thing. And like, I know there's crazy shit going on in the world, but sports is something where like, it doesn't matter what the fuck color you are, because if you beat someone's ass at something, you beat someone's ass at
exactly.
something.
But I think too, even for not just Black Lives Matter, but even, you know, all the things that are going on with other countries, because the Olympics is a worldwide event. And so this is, you know, like you said, this is the time for these athletes to be able to voice their opinions about what's going on in their respective countries. And it's like, if they cannot bring, you know, the world into it at large, then, you know, that's doing a disservice to your country. They're gonna be, oh, you just want to win, you motherfucker, but you don't really want us to.
Probably like, listen, we need to make money from this, and we're not gonna have anything fucking it up. So no one come in here with some crazy shit.
I mean, I totally get it from the Olympic standpoint, from, you know, Tokyo standpoint, and I think they're probably, Tokyo's not banning it. I'm quite sure it's probably the Olympics allegedly. Yeah, but I get it.
The Olympics, like who does that?
I think it's like a team. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say it's like a team of people. Like, you know how like the United Nations. Yeah, I think it's like that, and everybody has the, you know, they have to come to agreements. I think there's a representative probably from each country that is represented there on the board to make decisions.
That would make the most sense.
Yeah. I'm nothing has been confirmed, but I'm just gonna go ahead and go
I like it.
Yeah. All right. So let's talk about something fun.
Let's talk about something fun. First and foremost, what are we listening to? Nicki Minaj, new music out. Do we think this is her Beyonce version of Post Baby Sexy?
No.
Okay, good.
Because I feel like, okay, here's the thing. I don't have an issue with Nicki Minaj, right? I actually used to have a problem. Well, the thing is, I really used to love her when she first came out. I thought she was a breath of fresh air, but then I think with all that stuff that came with Cardi B and like Lil Kim and all that, and it kind of seemed very much so like, you know, only one female can be out at a time, right? And I feel like with Megan and the City Girls and Cardi B and all these different people that are coming out, you know, they've all been able to exist together. And it just seems like Nicki is always on the other side, or maybe the media makes it appear that way, right? I just feel like after she had the baby, because of the things that she was vocal about, like especially when Cardi B got pregnant, she was so vocal about, I can get pregnant and no man ain't marry me and blah, blah, blah. And then all the shit that she went through. And now her husband, is he even still in jail?
Kevin Petty?
Yeah.
Not sure.
Right. And then she had the baby, and then like even when she made her announcement, I was like, you're in this little office and it just looks like there's a downgrade. Like maybe she got rid of most of the people on her team or something like that. I'm not sure.
I feel like people were poisoning her ear and that was making her crazy. Some Joffrey shit, you know?
Like paranoia?
Yeah, like I think she was already paranoid. Well, just like, you're one of the only female rappers out. You're working hard as shit, but you're also on Drake and Lil Wayne's team. I mean, Drake and Lil Wayne are great, but I feel like she was working her ass off, and they were always more popular because they're fucking Drake and Lil Wayne.
Because they're guys, yeah.
So she was
always going to be seen as the bitch because she's vocal.
So you're always around that shit. You're pissed because you're working your ass off, and no one's appreciating it. And then finally, I just feel like it takes one person around you and your team to put some shit in your ear and start shit. And she's, remember her Queen Radio?
No, I'm kidding.
Safari got out just in time.
You really did.
But Queen Radio was crazy. She was always acting crazy on Queen Radio, yelling and shit, saying crazy shit. So
yeah, I think too, because when it's the thing is, people around you, like you said, they build you up and they put you on this pedestal, and then you start believing that your shit don't stink. And then when you do that, you have to be brought down to size, because even when Remy Ma came back out and literally she threw the shit out of her, and it was just like, you can't even respond, Nicki Minaj. You can't.
You gotta pull the Drake and be like, I would respond, but it's just too bad.
It was like Remy Ma set the tone, and then when her and Cardi B got into it, like it was just like you had Team Cardi B, Team Nicki Minaj. But to be honest with you, Nicki Minaj, you were losing, and then Meg Thee Stallion came out, and then Remy Ma tried to do this whole big thing where again it was at the Summer Jam where she had all these female rappers and stuff, and it just seemed like all the other female rappers, what it appeared to be was that all these other female rappers were pro women empowerment, and Nicki Minaj was just on the other side like, no bitch, I've been on top for the past 10 years keeping this shit alive, and where the fuck was all y'all?
That's what it feels like. I feel like she is very much like pay homage.
Right.
I was here when y'all weren't fucking here. I've been working my ass off. I made female rap cool again.
Yeah. But female rap was never gone.
I know. I think just like Lil' Kim and then who?
Eve. You still have. The problem is that because the industry is so male dominated, you needed multiple artists at the same time to go big.
Which is what we have now.
Exactly, because Cardi B came
and
out,
Megan all on the heels of each other.
Mulatto, the City Girls, Young and May, they all came out at like around the same time, and all of these women are mega stars at the same time because they're literally feeding off of each other. Like, let's not let this male dominated world make us piss on each other. Yeah. And instead of what it appeared to be was that Nicki Minaj did not do that at that particular time, because even when Eve was out, Missy Elliott, of course, she got sick and all that kind of stuff, but you had so many other rappers that were still out, but then too, who was closing the door on them because the door was open for Nicki. Yeah. So it appeared that nobody else was there, but they probably were, but they were probably also being silenced as well too. Yeah. Because she was the more popular and her image was out there, and so I don't know. It could be that way.
My dream situation would be a revival of Roman, but I just don't think it's happening.
Listen, Roman's Revenge, favorite Nicki Minaj song.
Like a Dungeon Dragon.
Yeah, definitely. Like, that's what I'm saying. That's what I want Nicki Minaj to get back to. Like, all this extra petty shit, I don't really care about that. I just want you to get back to who we knew, this gutter, like hustling, Trinidadian, New York and bitch, like Queens. Like, that's what we want back from Nicki Minaj. I need
more shitty wigs, more fucking crazy outfits.
Yeah, I just think again, people have made her into this, put her on this pedestal and put her up there
on a petty stool,
and she believed that her shit didn't stink. Because even with Beyonce, I don't know who Beyonce's friends are, but you need to get some people like Beyonce's friends. This bitch is like an international superstar, and nobody even knows her TikTok, or I mean not her TikTok, her Snapchat.
She has like the same 3 friends.
That's what I'm saying. But the thing is, she has not changed who she is. You are literally able to grow with Beyonce. No matter how many R&B singers come out, she stays true to what she does. She gonna come out when she wants to. This bitch don't even have to open her mouth to do promo. She just puts it on Apple Music and crashes the fucking internet.
I love how she puts out her Instagram photo dumps, no caption. She's
exactly.
Just like, I blessed your timeline. Don't fucking ask for anything else.
Pretty much.
And no one does, because we can't.
And the thing is, you know why Beyonce does that? Because she can.
Because she's fucking Beyonce.
She's Beyonce. You don't have to form. Once Nicki Minaj came out and established herself as this international superstar, there was nothing else she really had to do.
But she was always grasping for shit. Like, she's trying to do it. It's kind of like how Cardi B can't handle being famous ever. How she's always popping off the fucking fans and shit.
Because she's not used to it.
It. But it was like Nicki Minaj just always thought there was more that she had to prove and more that had to be done. And she had to be doing more music and so she kept putting out shitty single after shitty single.
Exactly. Because even with Cardi B, I think because Cardi B is from what I see on social media, Cardi B is she appears to be a very grounded person. The fact that her grandmother still lives in the Bronx, she still hangs out in the hood, like even being Cardi B and being this international superstar. But seeing that you go from, you live in a mansion and you spend the night in your mansion every single day, but then when you want to go see your grandma, you go back to the hood. So that reality is constantly playing in your face. But when you're so far removed from it, then you're just like, yeah, well, we got to work harder. We got to work harder. No, you actually don't. You're already there. And I'm not saying don't achieve to be better, but the reality is there's some things that once you get to a certain level, you're not going to have to do again. And I think Beyonce has mastered that art, and Nicki Minaj is still trying to get there. Yeah. So, yeah.
It's a mindset.
But good luck for her. I mean,
love that for her. I finally watched Without Remorse, the Michael B. Jordan movie.
Yes. How did you like it?
That man can do no fucking wrong.
Him and Lauren London.
Convince me that it's fake.
That's a real couple.
That's how I know that him and Lori Harvey aren't really fucking dating, because if he can make me think that him and Lauren London are actually married in that fucking, she was in the movie for 3 minutes?
3 minutes and then she got killed.
Oh. Ooh.
No, everybody know that. That's in the preview.
Not a spoiler.
Yeah,
that's the whole fucking.
I thought I almost spoiled it. But
protagonist story.
Even too, Tessa Thompson, when he was in Creed 3 times,
I was like, you love this depth. You can love me that way.
He didn't even look at Tessa Thompson that way. He's in love with Lauren London. They are a couple.
It's the fucking dimples.
Yeah,
that's why I'm like, this Lori Harvey relationship could be a complete fucking fabricated lie. He's just a good actor.
Yeah. Him and no, you cannot convince me that him and Lauren London did not have a thing on camera.
They had to at least.
Yeah. That's chemistry. She didn't even Nunu didn't even have that with T.I. in ATL. Okay.
Literally watching her, all I could think about was
Nunu.
ATL. Yeah.
Rashad.
No. Yeah, it was good. The action was phenomenal.
Yes. And I loved his sidekick,
that girl from Queen and Slim?
Yes, she did such I can't remember her character's name in the movie, but
Greer.
Greer, yeah. She did absolutely amazing in that movie. I love their dynamic. Yeah.
Ooh, it
Rocking
was
a shortcut. I love it.
I know. I really did like it. His body changes in every movie and it's insane.
Yeah. Because he had to beef up way more for Creed.
Yeah. Well, he had boxer slim build for Creed, but in Black Panther, he was just big as shit.
Yeah.
And his body changes all the time.
I love that.
Anyway, we love a dedicated actor.
Yes.
So I saw that Shadow and Bone on Netflix. I just finished that series.
I need to. You said it's a book, right?
Yeah, it's a book.
I need to watch. I saw the preview, but I didn't. I was like, it's too much like Chronicles of Narnia or some shit.
It is not. Chronicles of Narnia. I'm upset that you even said that. Anyway, I've been on some fucking therapy bullshit. I guess I watched Couples Therapy. It's on Showtime. It's just this. It's literally just recordings of people's therapy sessions.
Yeah.
With their significant other. It's heavy. People be dealing with some real shit. I forget that adult marriage problems are real fucking crazy.
They are. Because you know why? People don't talk, Alyssa. People literally do not talk. You get in these relationships and it's just these blinders are over your eyes. And it's how in the hell could you be with this person for years and never ask them, do you love yourself?
Well, that's even what this couple on the couch.
Yeah.
This one was an addict. He just got out of rehab. His partner was saying, I finally feel for the first time, we're at home together and you're there and you're present and we're in this relationship and I know you and all of these things. And he was like, I agree. And I think there's all these things we need to talk to, but why can't we have those conversations at home? And his partner was like, I don't know. We can't have these conversations at home. So I'm like, does everyone just need to fucking go to therapy so you can have the space to fucking talk about this shit? You just want a neutral ground and an unbiased third person?
Absolutely. Therapy is amazing because it pulls stuff out of you that you would otherwise not unlock yourself. You will unlock it in the privacy with yourself, but you won't have the vulnerability to open it up to somebody that you love. And I've never understood that concept of not sharing with somebody that you love and you say you want to spend the rest of your life with or whatever, even in platonic friendships. How can you say me and you are best friends or whatever, but but you're afraid to be vulnerable with me? That makes no sense. I understand the concept.
It's just some deep rooted shit, dude.
I think because I've just been through, even as a kid, because I have always dealt with a spirit of abandonment, right? Even being a kid and growing up in a 2-parent household, that's just growing up in a strict Christian household, you feel abandoned because there are certain things that you cannot do. You always feel set aside. And so even in adulthood, I've always kind of made a commitment to myself that you will never leave this earth not knowing how I felt about you. I don't care if it hurts your feelings. That's not my intent, but I am going to go to bed peacefully. And I'm going to ask the question, even when it comes to dating, people are always don't ask these questions on the first date. Bitch, you lost your fucking mind. Who taught you how to be a man? You want to know who taught me how to be a woman? Oh, okay. Do you love yourself? Do you love based off survival or do you love based off condition? I need to know these things before the goddamn menu hits the table. Okay? Before you even bring the water out, let's get these questions under control. Because that's when people get in these relationships and they're in the relationships for 10 years and we don't know each other. What the fuck were you doing for 10 years?
It's insane. Dude.
It's but I love shows like that.
I know. This is why I need people to know that your actions directly affect your children and they will pay thousands of dollars figuring them out in therapy 30 years later. So stop fucking up your kids.
But you know what, too? I think on the defense of parents, I think we as children need to cut our parents some slack. You know why? Because we demand a lot from our parents and they don't have it to give us. You cannot tell me that, again, my parents are baby boomers and my dad is from the silent generation because he's 42. My mom is a boomer. She's from 49. The problem is that in their generation, they did not talk about certain things. Everything was about appearances. What happens in this house stays in this house. You know, when it came to even, we talked about in the medical field, how people don't feel like they should ever question what a doctor does. They're just supposed to go along with it because that's what they were taught. They couldn't show us or show me and my siblings how to defend ourselves because they had no one to do it for them. And so even though parents do a lot of toxic shit, right? Some of the stuff, the toxicity that they do is literally passed down and they can't help it. We want them to do certain things, but the reality is that they don't have it to give us. It's just like if a person doesn't love themselves, I'm doing everything for you. Why can't you just love me? Bitch, they don't even know what love is. So you can't expect something from somebody that they don't have it to give you.
Yeah. No. So I need everyone that's our age that
we don't have no excuse.
Access and knows what the fuck mental health is.
And has TikTok.
Where you have free resources, bitch.
Yes, absolutely.
I need everyone to realize your actions directly affect someone who has no fucking choice but to live with that for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
I mean, needless to say, I'm addicted to that show.
I love shows like that.
Also started watching Black Love. Have never watched that before.
I can't believe you've never watched that before.
I've never watched. First of all, I love celebrities.
That's your white side.
I love
out.
Black Love. It is. I'm obsessed. And what the fuck?
Those stories, I love how they put it all together where they start, how did they meet? How did they know they were the one? When they got married?
And then they're like, and what's the messy shit?
Exactly. And then you hear it, you're just like, bitch, y'all went through that? That's why you should never be jealous of someone else's relationship because you don't know the shit that they're actually going through when them doors are closed.
And every story is like, well, that was the first time we broke up, or that was the third time we got together, or I love when they're like, there had been shit that was happening, but she just said some offhanded shit and that was it for me and I was fucking done. Yeah. I was like, damn.
I know. It's crazy. Like
or
they were struggling.
Fucking messed around on me and had a baby, but we're still here together.
Child, listen, there are just some things that Monica Fleming will not put up with. And having a child outside of a marriage is one of them.
With the T.
Okay? That's hard stop.
Let the people know. Absolutely.
Hard stop. And Lord, please don't ever put me in the mode to try to see what I would do in that situation. Lord, I'm not that kind of soldier, Lord. I'm not.
The guy who that happened to went and told his wife, because they were separated at the time ish, but he had cheated on her because they were still married.
Yeah.
They got that girl pregnant, went to go tell her, and she said, you know how mad she was, but she was like, I'm not leaving you. And he said he was so afraid because he was like, this bitch is gonna fucking kill me. Like, I know she's just gonna kill me.
If a woman's calm,
that's why she's gonna take me back. And I was like, damn, that's a good play.
Yeah,
that would make a man paranoid. Marinate on it. Yeah, for years.
Yeah, this is why when women are silent, don't trust us. We're gonna end up on an episode of Snap. If you know you've done something egregious and your spouse is like, we're gonna get through it. Don't eat anything they cook. You're gonna die. You're absolutely gonna die. Yep.
Have you seen the previews for the new Cruella de Vil?
Yes.
Yo, love Emma Stone.
Emma Stone.
Emma Stone, British. Never thought I wanted it. I want it.
Yeah. I'm just curious. I just hope they don't mess it up because I love the original stories from Disney, and it's like when you try to revamp it, it just turns into something that I don't like.
But this is like a Cruella de Vil backstory, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm down with that because I don't know anything about Cruella de Vil other than she tries to skin the puppies.
That's very true. So I think that this will be a good movie because it is telling the side that nobody ever knows about.
It's kind of like
we don't know why she was so angry.
It was like Maleficent.
Yeah, I love that movie. That was a good movie. Angelina Jolie, she's so an amazing actress, even though she broke up Brad and Jen.
Anyway. But Mr. and Mrs. Smith, a fucking classic.
Listen, I will watch it over and over and over again on FX. Good. And I know what happens.
It's always fucking playing on FX.
FX, that and Transformers, always on FX. Definitely. Oh,
and The Mummy's always on TNT.
Yes, definitely. And then what's the other one? Like the Wolverine and all that.
Oh, X-Men.
X-Men is always on FX.
FX
too.
has a type.
They do. Definitely. Action. All right.
Should we backflip into the rehab
corner? All right, let's go into the rehab corner.
They tried to make me go to rehab. I said,
go.
Hey, yes, I've been bad, but when I come back, you
go. Get your ass in that corner.
Hey, welcome to the rehab corner, everybody.
What are we talking about in the rehab corner today?
I want to talk about being abandoned by your fucking... You have a spirit of abandonment. I was abandoned by you, bitch, during a transfer.
Yes, you were.
I'm gonna kill your ass.
Would you like to tell the people? Or would you like for me to tell them? No, you can tell them.
First of all, this bitch picked up an eval knowing that my list was not great that day, right? It was
Your list fell apart and I was trying to help you get productivity.
She picked up an eval and didn't even tell me she had picked it up. And I said, hey, I just heard they put in orders for this room over here. She goes, oh yeah, I already picked it up. I said, well, did you tell them I was going to pick it up too? She goes, no. Needless to say, we were off that entire fucking day.
Listen, Alyssa and I are rarely ever off. And Friday, yesterday, in the year of our Lord, 2021, May the 14th, we could not get our shit together as a collaborative effort.
Usually we are hold the Justin Timberlake in sync, but it just was not happening.
I've never had that issue with Queentha or Audrey. Okay. I don't know what was going on.
Anyway.
I think we were just both, we just could not get in sync at all.
Yeah.
We couldn't get in sync.
So we picked up the eval. We're walking in. And did I know 100% what was going on with this patient? No. Brief chart review. Talked to the nurse. Yeah, we talked to
chart review.
Talked to the nurse. I said, give me the rundown. What happened? He told me. I said, cool. We walk in. This motherfucker's not wearing socks, and I know we're gonna get him up. So I said, hey, you stay in here, get the social. I'm gonna go run and get the socks. It took me a while to get the socks. By the time I get back in the room, they're starting to move and groove. Throw the socks on this man. We get to the edge of the bed, and I'm towards his back. Mm-hmm. Monty's standing in the front. And she starts raising the bed, which is usually an alarm for me because I'm like, we lower the bed so their feet hit the ground because you want them sitting up.
Yeah.
So I'm like, why is this bitch raising the fucking bed? I come around the corner of the bed. I'm literally first thing out of my mouth. I said, sir, how tall are you? He said, 6'5". Fuck me, dude. This man was tall.
Because I struggled getting him to the edge of the bed because I just got my nails done. And I did the stupidest thing by putting acrylic on my nails. Anyway, so I couldn't grip the bed pad to fully twist him off the edge. So he's like sunk in this really weird placement. And I was just like, yep, he's super tall. Because his feet were already hanging off the bed. But I was like, maybe it's just the bed. The foot of the bed is just, shrunken down. But no.
He was
a giant.
He was like probably, I think he's 260 or something.
No, he was
280?
285.
285, 6'5".
Yeah.
Oh, this is a big fucking man. All right. And he's been in bed for a couple days, but he looks really young. He should be able to move.
Yeah.
Whatever. So he's sitting at the edge of it. He can't even really hold himself up that well. He keeps falling back. So I'm already nervous.
But he's falling back because he had lines in his groin. So he's in pain. His legs are painful.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it didn't register. We knew he was weak, but that wasn't what registered.
Right. And he's like controlling his lean back to the side. He looks like he's just chilling on the bed. So I'm just like, you're fine. You're fine.
Exactly.
All right. Monty's been doing this thing lately. She thinks it's real cute, but like she knows a patient is Min, maybe Mon. She's like, I'll transfer him. Right. And then we get someone who looks a little rough. She's like, so you're going to do the transfer? So she gets all of his lines ready.
Your back is there. 10 years younger than mine.
She tells her student, hey, go get the walker. The student takes the walker out. She goes, oh no, you're going to need to put that on the...
Oh, I was like, put it all the way up. As high as it can go.
Highest fucking setting, bitch.
And I don't even have extender, so that still was too short for him.
Man. Okay, so I go to transfer this patient. This Monty, my fucking co-pilot, is holding his lines. He has one IV
and one art line.
She could basically hold them in the little nook of her finger. That's all she's doing.
Very true.
I tell this man, hey, I'm gonna give you a hug. In my mind, I'm like, honestly, he probably doesn't need a full transfer like this because he's probably strong. We could have side by side it.
Because he had his arms. He didn't have a sternotomy or anything.
He didn't even have a sternum. He was doing great. So I was like, hey, you know what? Just for shits and gigs, I'm going to give you a big hug. You grab onto my elbows. We're going to rock forward 3 times. On the third, stand right up, okay? Nothing to it. The bed's already fucking elevated to heaven because you're so tall. You should be fine.
Should be easy.
Yo. We did a 1. We did a 2. We did a 1, 2, 3. I rock forward and immediately get stuck halfway between.
In a squat.
Y'all. I prayed. I said a little prayer to the Lord. I said, please, for the love of God, do not let me drop this nice black man.
They said, no, this is the sound that I heard. Okay, you ready? Yeah, I'm ready. All right. 1, 2. Now the came from both Alyssa and the patient. And when she gets stuck in this squat, all I see is Alyssa like vibrating in real time. So fucking fast. Like the first scene from Bambi when he's born and them fucking legs is about to go down. That's literally what I see.
This was some fucking power lifter shit.
Yeah.
Everything I had, I drove into just making sure he could get vertical.
Your body mechanics were trash and you had that hump in your back and I was like, oh bitch, I can't help you.
Because listen, I went to squat. His knees were in my fucking chest. There was no. I was like, I was basically having to transfer him from a full stand because he's so fucking tall. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was. The patient got to the chair safely.
And what was because usually when you have two therapists in the room, one is doing the transfer, and if it looks a little ugly, the other one just kind of helps from the hips, pops him up from the back, because sometimes people need that little booty push, right? Nah, this bitch stands there the whole time with her two little lines in her finger.
Here's the thing.
All she said was, hold on to her, sir.
Yeah, because he tried to stand up. You were hugging him, and he would not put his hands around you. So his hands were just grasping air. And I'm like, sir, hold on to her. Like, you can touch her. It's totally fine. You're not sexually harassing her.
He was trying to be polite, but I wish he would have just grabbed anything.
Yeah, because he was just like, ooh, and I was like, okay, we know why you came in, Mr. Cardiac Arrest. We don't want you to have another one and then die. And in my brain, I was like, he's a young guy. He's not gonna need that much help. Like, I'm totally fine.
Same.
Yeah, and when you didn't get there, I was like, ooh, ooh.
She said, ooh, and stood there and was just voice commands from the corner.
Because it was Friday, and I was like, my back is already fucked. Like, I can't help you. And then I had to like guide his butt. And then he wouldn't sit down, and I'm just looking at his ass cheeks, and I'm like, dude, sit down in the freaking chair.
Yo, so the hard part is getting him up, right? Like, it took a lot of fucking effort on my part to get him standing upright.
Yeah.
And then even when we started taking steps, he still needed some help. We're doing a little dance together.
But when he was upright, I helped. I stepped in.
That's when you had a hand on his back. Thank you for that.
You're
After
welcome.
he was vertical.
Yes, anytime.
Appreciate it.
Anytime.
We'd finished the transfer. He's standing in front of the chair. And what does this motherfucker do? He goes, oh, okay, let me stand up for a second.
Straight. And I'm like,
shrugs his shoulders back, does a stretch, stands up nice and 6'5"
almost hit the damn
tall.
ceiling.
Literally.
It was
fucking
crazy.
Harlem Globetrotter.
Yeah. I was like, why didn't you just do that from the bed, dude?
Truly,
like, what
honestly.
the hell?
Then I'm just like, please sit the fuck down. You're making me nervous because this transfer was trash.
Seriously.
He starts reaching for the chair, and he'd go halfway down. He'd be like, oh, no, stand back up, try to move.
I'm like, sit down.
Then Monty wouldn't lock the chair. She wouldn't let me lock it because she was trying to get the lines in the back, so it's rolling around. Oh, God, it's fucking
I had my foot behind it, but that was part of our un-in-syncness. We were just not in sync that day. We were just like chasing our tails, but the patient made it to the chair.
Yeah, I don't know. I wonder how he got out.
No, then the nurse, who's like a
fucking shady
stocky
ass
guy, he's like, so how did you do? We were like, he did great. He did great. You will have no problem getting him out of the chair. Yeah. And Alyssa and I just dipped.
Yeah. He was like, how's the transfer? I said, he needed some help. Good help.
He's like, well, how am I going to get him back? You can do it, sir.
He said, how am I supposed to get him back? Yours. Why'd you get him to the chair? I said, well, I transferred him on my own. He goes, oh, you did it by yourself? He'll be fine. I got it.
I was like, grab your balls, dude. Alyssa did it by herself.
Yeah. I was like, also, fuck you. I'm strong. Sir.
Yeah. And now I have to go to employee health,
Yeah, should have. Woo!
Yeah, because even we had that centrally cannulated ECMO guy. And
the one who's like a min mod to transfer?
He's not. He's a mod, okay, which means he does 50% of the work. I have to do the other 50%. Because he had to poop, supposedly, before we started walking. And then I went in.
He is a man that cried shit.
He does. And I'm like, dude, it's just gas. There's no turds coming behind that.
But it's very loud, wet gas. So I always think he's actually shitting.
It is, because speaking of loud and wet, of course, my student is not even there for a full week.
Oh.
And let me tell you how Alyssa got me back for the not helping her with this transfer. She's a piece of shit. So she sees this lady, evaluates her, who just had surgery, and she's like, the lady is a treat for me and an evaluation for Alyssa. She tells me, oh yeah, the lady did great. She did awesome. She's ready to go. I told her y'all were coming in. She's like a assist, blah, blah, blah. We walk in the room, my student and I, we start working with her. First of all, we have to wait like 15 minutes for the dumbass resident to take her chest tubes out. And I'm like, bitch, I can take these goddamn chest tubes out. Why is it taking you so long just to take out 2 chest tubes? Anyway, neither here nor there. So we get her up. We walk in the hallway. She walks to the window. Everything is fine. Before we get up and walk, she farts. And she's like, that really stinks. And I was like, yeah, that smells like something's going to come after that. We walk to the window. The lady farts again, like super loud. So the nurse hears it. And I'm just like, that sounded kind of wet, but whatever. Neither here nor there. This is our last patient of the day. We get through this. We go to lunch, chart, and we go home. It's the weekend. We get back to the room. Here I am trying to support my fellow OT brothers and sisters and have this lady brush her teeth because she wanted to brush her teeth because OT, Alyssa, did not do it. So then we're standing at the sink and she's like, man, I just have so much gas. And all of a sudden this lady lets out the fart and all you hear is curse splash. And I was just like, and my student, the way she jumped.
Splat.
First of all, I told my student, I was like, always keep your hands on your patient because you never know if they're going to fall, right? And I don't use gait belts. So she didn't have a gait belt on. When I tell you my student didn't give a fuck about if my patients fell or not, she jumped back and was like, oh my God, it almost got in my shoes. I was like,
she said every man for themselves.
She really did. And the patient was like, I just shitted on myself. And I was like, yes, the fuck you did. Yes, the fuck you did. You know how many minutes we were in that patient's room for? 49 minutes.
Oof.
I couldn't
Cleaning
even
up shit off the floor. Or what?
No, I didn't do that. The nurse did that. Thank you for the nurse. However, I still had to change her clothes. Then she's like, I think I'm still going. Take her to the bathroom. I'm doing all this OT shit. And I'm just like, ma'am, I just want to come in and get 23 minutes so I can get out.
You know what's funny is I did her eval that morning and we got up, we moved to the chair. She did well. But as soon as we got there, her stomach was making some fucking noises.
I don't know what they gave her, but
she goes, I really just feel like I have to go to the bathroom. I said, well, you know what, ma'am? You did so well with me. The nurse will get you on the bedside. Come on.
See, you bitch. You fucking bitch.
And she goes, yeah, I just really want to brush my teeth. And I said, you know what, ma'am? The nurse has a toothbrush and toothpaste for you.
Yeah. No, she did not because I had to go to the supply room and get it. But yeah, I guess that was payback.
I warmed her up for you.
Oh, man.
Got her. I verbatim was like, well, you know, getting up out of bed is really good for your bowels.
No, it's not.
You'll start moving here in a second.
Here's the thing that I want everybody to know who's under the sound of my voice. When you go to a hospital, I don't care if it's there for triage, you go to an urgent care, go to a doctor's office.
Just visiting someone.
Never trust your farts in a hospital. It's never a fart. Trust me on this. It's never, ever a fart. Just don't do it.
It's more than that.
It's more than a fart. So just don't do that. Then on the backs of that, well, not on the backs of that, but this week was like hospital week at our hospital.
Yay,
where they come in. Yay, awesome. And they come and give you like all
bullshit.
the shit that you don't want when you just want the raise.
Here's a hat. Here's a snack. Here's a pat on the back. I'm like, I want a fucking raise.
And the thing is, it's like I really want to know from the CFO, how much money do hospitals spend on feeding the employees? Because I guarantee that's a few $1,000s. Why can't we just come in and get $5?
Remember the time this week that they told us we had free barbecue in the cafeteria? There were barbecue plates, and when we got down there were hot dogs and hamburgers and potato chips.
Yeah, and
I
didn't get any of it.
This is Texas, brother.
Yeah.
That ain't a barbecue. That's a cookout.
Yeah, then they had like weren't they supposed to have a taco truck or something like that, or they canceled
that you had to pay for?
Exactly.
Oh wait, they might be having another one on Monday.
I think so. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. So we're sitting in there and we're all having lunch and stuff. So the topic of this rehab corner, aside from the shitty day that we literally had, is about administrator expectations versus administrator deliverance, and how the two don't ever line up. And so again, it's hospital week, when hospital week is basically the hospital acknowledges everybody that works, collectively together to make the hospital run, to make it what it is. And they come in and give you all these gifts and wonderful things. And what I did find out was that the hat that they gave us was not supposed to be for us. That was apparently for Nurses Week. And remember how we got socks that one year and we were like, oh, we're the only people with these socks, and they give the whole hospital socks.
They just flipped it on us.
They flipped it on the nurses. And literally one of the nurses was like, yeah, we got a hat for Nurses Week. And then they gave everybody else the hats. And I was like, wow, they can't even be like a step above. But anyway, so we're sitting there eating, chilling. One of the hospital administrators comes in and it's like, oh, here's this snack. We're like, okay.
Unlabeled popcorn, which already is sketchy to me.
Exactly. I was like, who made this popcorn? Who distributed it? Where did we get it from? What flavor is it? Okay, what are the ingredients? What are the calories? Let's do that. And she walks in, and so she just starts asking all these questions. And of course, I'm ignoring her because...
Y'all, I've never seen someone vie for someone's attention so bad. This lady keeps saying something and looking at Monica, saying things to Monica, and she's not fucking responding. Addressing the room, but her... Did you hear that, Weeze?
Yes, I did.
She'll address the room and look at everyone, and her last stop is always Monty, and she'll linger there for a second and like nod to get you to respond, and you just won't. It was great.
No, because the thing is, I'm already clocked out for lunch, so I'm not going to... First of all, here's the thing. When I am on lunch break, I don't see anybody. I don't want to hear anybody. I just want to eat my fucking food because I don't carry a snack with me on the floor anymore. So if I don't get it from one of the nurse manager's office, and if she doesn't have candy, then I'm running out of gas. And so I don't want to stand here and listen to you because now you have time to address people. I don't want to sit here and listen to you while I'm on my lunch break. And I had a really good lunch this week. So I was just like, okay, I'm eating and I only have 30 minutes to scarf this down. I don't want to waste any of my lunch break with you. So I'm not going to entertain anything that doesn't serve me. And so Alyssa tells her, she's like, is there anything I can get you guys?
First of all, when will I learn my lesson to stop fucking responding to
I don't
people?
know. Cause I keep telling you to shut up and you won't shut up.
It's like a tick. I cannot.
It's your ADHD.
It has to be. I'm like, why did I hate you? Oh yeah.
Yeah. She's like, the administrator says, oh, is there anything I can get you? And Liz was like, we need squeeze balls. We absolutely, like, if anything else, number one on the list, we need squeeze balls. And she's like, okay, I can make that happen, like, hopefully pretty fast. And she's like, oh yeah, and an OT supervisor. And she's like, oh yeah, we're working on the Rex, blah, blah, blah. And then the last thing Alyssa says is, we also need a raise.
I just was feeling the spirit.
You really were. And the thing is, I wasn't saying anything because I already know that they probably feel like I'm an influence on y'all anyway. So I wasn't saying anything. And then Alyssa says, we also need a raise. This lady says, with her wonderful child of God self, she says, well, you know, raises are great. But you know what we have been able to implement?
My idea
is a clinical excellence award for ancillary staff because you guys do so much, right? And you know how with nurses, they do this and this and that. And so I just, I don't know what made me.
She just kept bragging on herself the whole time.
She really did.
This was my idea and I presented it multiple times and we finally got it approved. And you know, you may have the chance to get an award for the things you do.
But here's the thing.
Award, not reward.
Here's the thing. Last year, I was nominated for the very same clinical excellence awards. I don't know why she was thinking that was something new. I literally got nominated for a clinical excellence award.
For your ancillary ass self?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Y'all, when I tell you that I was just sitting there and
but the thing is, I kind of had an out-of-body experience because when she said that and I realized she just completely ignored the raise part, like you could have just made a funny joke and just walked away, but she didn't do that. So then I turned around and I was like, nothing says you're appreciated than ignoring the fact that you just asked for a raise. And when I said, I was like, oh shit.
Monica's trying to get fired.
I'm not. I'm really not. I'm just over it. Just over it. But yeah, I was just like, yeah, nothing says we appreciate you more than ignoring
and then she
the
was
fact
like,
that you asked about a raise.
yeah, but okay, the squeeze balls. And I said squeeze balls and a raise and a supervisor in that order. She's like, okay.
It was.
Then, y'all, fucking cherry sprinkles, whipped cream on top. We get our fucking weekly rehab. What the fuck's going on in the department email
that we didn't ask for.
This was on Thursday, so on Friday, right? Or later that afternoon. Doesn't fucking matter. We get an email. Hey, here's the things that we've all been rounding on and talking about, and we talked with the whatever the fuck hospital position that lady was, and this is what we've come to the conclusion. We're working on this, this, and this, and we're working on a raise for the speech therapist.
Yo, so.
Yeah.
I was just silent.
God. A race for the speech therapist that help me, choose me, love me.
Okay, Meredith.
Okay. Yeah. The speech therapists are well fucking paid. Yes. As are we, I guess. But fuck it. If I just talked to the most senior person I can talk to at this point. Yeah. Other than going straight to the fucking daddy of the hospital.
Yeah. Well, here's my question though, too. Why is like COVID not incentivized for ancillary staff? Because when COVID first popped off.
It's not COVID anymore.
But still, we need back pay, back child support.
I would love back pay. Yes. I want you to look at every time I was with a COVID fucking positive patient in that unit. And I want to be, but also if you work with ECMO, don't you make more money? Was that not happening?
Like 50 cents or $1 more or something like that.
It's still more than what the fuck I'm making.
But the thing is, here's my biggest issue. When COVID first popped off, the hospital went through a lot, right? Not my business. I don't care about it because that's not my company. But I get it, right? You found money. You cut other places and other people, but you somehow found money to give nurses bonuses for going into these rooms, right? Everybody, RTs were getting double and triple bonuses to come in because they knew that we were trying to prepare for the worst, right? Because we had a little bit more time to prepare. The problem is that once ancillary had to come on board, which was very quickly in the process, we were seeing patients. I think we got our first patient, it was like March 20 something. Mm-hmm. So we went in, Cointa and I, we were the very first people from rehab to go. Well, I would say from PTOT because speech had already gone in there the week, like in the very beginning. But we were the first two to go in like 3 weeks after the COVID really happened, right?
When we started getting patients.
Yeah, we started getting patients.
We became ground zero very quickly.
Yes, and there was no way that these people on ventilators and ECMO could survive without having PT and OT involved. And the fact that it was always food that was given, and it was never us being incentivized for saying, hey, thank you guys for sacrificing your fucking lives with a goddamn pandemic that nobody has a fucking cure for, but we're gonna keep shoving fucking pizza. That's why I've gained like fucking 50 pounds.
When we were hearing from other hospitals, we're making $10 more an hour to be in a COVID unit. We're making $5 more an hour to be in a COVID unit.
And the thing is, I even had a conversation during the pandemic with the CEO of our hospital for another reason, but I had a conversation with him and I brought that up to him and I said, you know, you realize that everyone else is incentivized. And the way that you help our department to come on board is by what? Throwing money at us. The same way you get these doctors to come over, you're hiring all these doctors and these doctors don't do anything. Because let's be clear, doctors don't really do anything. They don't.
They spend 60 minutes at the bedside.
They spend 2 seconds at the bedside. Yes, they're doing surgery, so they're profitable. We get it. But at the basis of it, they do not, no physician helps to run efficiency in a hospital.
They save the life. There is no quality of life.
Thank you. Without
that's
ancillary.
the nurses. That's the therapist. That's, yes, I agree.
Your job is the easy job. I'm not saying, no, it's not. Saving somebody's life is not easy.
We need the life living, right?
Yes.
So that's you. But then, you know, everything else.
We need to carry it out.
Yeah.
Until they get the fuck up out of here by going home or rehab or wherever the fuck. But the reality is that there is such a disconnect when it comes to administrators where you tell them, here's what I need. Like, do you guys need anything to help with your job? Okay.
I literally gave that bitch a list.
Every time we tell you what we need, the response is, fuck that. What about some pizza?
No, it's fuck this. We've already actually talked about this in a meeting. You're not going to get any of those things, but we will on paper give you an award.
Here's the thing. I would appreciate if administrators were like, have you ever seen or been to the Wiener Circle in Chicago?
Wiener Schnitzel?
The Wiener Circle. It's a famous hot dog stand that were made by two brothers, and basically the staff cusses at the customers, and they tell the customers the truth. So you come up
like
there,
dicks.
Yeah, and they're just like, "What the fuck do you want, bitch? No, we don't have no fucking relish. Get the fuck out of my." That's literally how they talk to the customers.
I don't like that.
Look it up on YouTube. It's hilarious. The Wiener Circle. And I kind of wish that administration was like that. When you were saying, hey, we need squeeze balls. Fuck your squeeze balls, bitch. We're running a hospital here. I would appreciate if administrators talk to us like that versus trying to manipulate and just like downright ignore what the fuck we are just saying. And I know it happens in every facility that's in America. This is corporate America in general, where their mentality is let's manipulate with prizes. So we have forums. Go to the forum, potentially win a prize.
You can get a free meal from the cafeteria that you eat in every day.
Exactly. Like, I don't want to go to the cafeteria.
I don't want cafeteria food.
I mean, so-and-so's burgers are really good. However, I don't want so-and-so's burgers.
You know what, though? Remember that last time that I brought up very good points multiple times and they weren't well received until they were presented by a white
passing Hispanic?
Yes. So I'm thinking what my game plan is. I'm going to be like, hey, white girl who's not really white. Yeah. I think you should present these ideas on behalf of my department.
She's still going to get shut down. Because literally everybody that was in that room looked African American. Like, twin, yeah, she may be Hispanic, but that bitch looks black, okay? Other one, she's black. You half black, half white. Me, straight nigga, okay? There's nobody else in the room.
She was like, yeah, no, so whitey's here for me to act.
Yeah, this people of color clan, I can't.
She's like, I know what's going on in the popular culture.
Just take the popcorn.
But
I'm just checking boxes in here. Just eat the popcorn. And yeah, so it's...
I did fucking take that popcorn. I didn't eat it.
I haven't eaten yet.
I haven't eaten
it. I
don't even know where my pickle is. It's missing.
One of our coworkers was like, this popcorn's nasty. I was like, well, what is it? Is it caramel? She's like, no, it's like that kettle corn bullshit. And I was like, ew, I don't like kettle corn popcorn, that sweet and salty bullshit. But yeah, it was. And here's the thing. From an administrative standpoint, I get it. Your job is to be the fluff, right? To come out of your silo, to come to the peasants.
But this has been a year where 2 years where you can't do the fluff shit right now. Not in a fucking pandemic.
Even like Joint Commission coming around and saying, hey, we need to do an audit.
I was hoping those motherfuckers would talk to me about something.
Listen, I was trying to find them. And I think this is the very first time ever in my medical career that I could not find a single Joint Commission person when they were on campus. Because I have gone through many of Joint Commission surveys. And I was like, oh, I pray to God they come up to me and ask me a question.
Do you remember I was on the floor and this guy was like, hey, I'm looking for director of all of these ICUs. And I was like, oh yeah, let me take you to her office. It's no longer her office. We were walking.
Yeah.
And I was trying to find her and I was trying to, you know, do my job, but also get him off my back, but not be rude.
Yeah.
And I was like, sorry, you just caught us on a really busy day. And he was like, good. And I was like, oh, that's fishy. I don't like that.
Yeah. Listen, anybody in a suit and tie and then some heels, I'm like, that's Joint Commission. I need to talk to you.
Yeah. I was like, does so-and-so know you're coming to meet them? And he was like, yeah, I'm here for a tour of the unit. I was like, why?
Interesting.
Yeah. And I was like, please ask me a question about what I do here.
Yeah. Do you feel safe at your job?
No, absolutely not.
Let me tell you what I do feel. Utter disgust. Every time I clock in.
Like gonna chill up my spine.
Exactly. Like I said, I get it from an administrative standpoint. You have to do the fluff and buff to make your staff feel like you care when you really don't. Because here's the thing. The reality is you will never be able to fix something. If people complain about stuff or bring concerns to you, you cannot fix all the concerns, because as soon as you fix one concern, they're going to come back with 3 more. As soon as you fix those 3, they're going to come back with 10 more. And it's a never ending cycle. But at the same time, just don't lie to your employees. Just don't.
Here's the thing. If I don't have my squeeze balls by 3 p.m. on Wednesday, it's your head. I'm coming for it. That's enough time for Amazon Prime, bitch.
That was Fowler. That was not Fleming. That was definitely Fowler. Absolutely. But yeah, it's the lack of administrative support for me.
I just want fucking squeeze balls and a raise. I would take a dollar raise.
Absolutely. But you're deserving of that. Like, I really don't and here's the thing that I think irritated me the most about the speech that they gave is because they literally said, yeah, so I went in LRICU and I observed for about an hour and I got to see like the amount of people that it takes to get that one person out of bed. To me, that was the most insulting statement that this person said. So you know how
hard I'm working.
No, you don't. You don't. Because if you are not literally in that room, not with what the shit y'all wear now. Let's talk about shit that we had to wear in April when this shit first popped off, and how I used to win a wet t-shirt contest every day with the fucking boob sweat that I had, even though I had on an undershirt underneath, and would sweat through that and through my goddamn drawers every single day for 9 months. I want you to put your hands on them for the full 8 hours. How about this? Undercover boss don't get to just work an hour shift. They work the whole day. You see they wig be twisted, they mustache be half hanging off. That's what I want you to do.
Because it's very different to go in and see how shitty it is to move one patient. It's very different to try to do it again at the end of your fucking caseload when you have nothing left to give, but you have to go in there and move them.
Yeah, it's
like doing your workout after running for an hour.
You're already on E.
You're already on E and you gotta fucking push through.
Like you're literally about to burn out my fucking engine, and you just, I observed and I can only imagine. No. I don't need you to imagine. I need you to strap your boots on, get your ass in the room and start moving some people. Okay? Because that's the only way you're gonna get it. But the reality is they don't care. No hospital, no administrator, period. Not even just hospitals again. We talking about corporate America. They don't give a shit what you do.
They're getting paid too much money to care what you say. Hey, unless it's a legality.
And the thing is, too, from their standpoint, can you imagine going through life and you're at the bedside or you're at whatever little bullshit ass job and your desire is to move up in leadership? Wow, that sounds very familiar, like my life. Anyway, and you finally get to that point and you're like, wow, I don't have to do no work. All I have to do is go around with candy and cookies and
all you have to do when someone complains to you is be like, yeah.
Well, we talk to them.
Damn,
we talk to them.
Wild.
Yeah, we talk to them, but you let me know.
I'm like, listen, you can't bullshit a bullshitter.
I'm definitely cutting that out. But yeah, it's insane. I just really need hospital administrators to understand that you're too far removed. And this is why I feel like even in healthcare settings, you should not be allowed to be an administrator unless you are a healthcare professional.
Ooh.
That's my hope. If I had my own hospital, you would never in my hospital be ever able to apply for any administrative position. I'm talking about CEO, COO, ACOO, nothing, not even a director position if you are not a clinician. And a part of your duties would still be every quarter, your ass has to do at least one shift back on your regular job.
That's good for morale. It's good for you. It's good for like how do you rule a department? I was gonna say kingdom. I'm watching a lot of fantasy. How do you rule over a department and you can't fucking relate to anything they're saying if you haven't done that job?
No.
I don't care if you did it 10 years ago. Nothing is the same for longer than a year. You know what I mean? Everything keeps changing.
Absolutely. And especially the way technology and medicine go hand in hand. As quickly as technology is moving, where you get a new iPhone every single year, medicine is moving even faster than that. So what you did 10 years ago is obsolete now.
I will respect information so much more, even if it's bullshit, if it comes down and you tell me, hey, I know this is bullshit. I had to do it yesterday. I did a whole shift. This is how we ran through it. It didn't really work out. These are the things we're trying to change. But for right now, this is what we're going to do.
Yeah.
Then, hey, this is how we're going to change it. I know it sucks and it makes no sense. And I would never do it, but here you go.
Here's what you're stuck with. Because even too, like on Friday, we had this one doctor who's phenomenal in our hospital there's some days he likes you, some days he doesn't. It just depends. You got to catch him on a good day. And you just never know when that's going to be. So it's always a surprise.
Like Russian roulette.
It really is.
But with your feelings.
Yes. And he will you'll be, good morning, so-and-so. And he will just be as cold as ice.
Look at you in the eye and walk away.
He'll be like.
And that's mild.
Or even in rounds, he'll be like, we'll wait for you to finish talking. No, because it has to be pretty interesting. Would you like to share with the rest of the people? Okay, shut the fuck up. He won't say shut the fuck up, but he's saying it in his head. Anyway, so long story short, he goes with Alyssa and I with this VA ECMO patient that we have. And, I was in rounds just for that one patient. And he's like, Monica, what are your plans for today? And he was like, he's hallucinating. And I was like, well, my plan is to take him to the window. He was like, perfect, awesome. Well, never mind. Anyway, so we go to the little area. The doctor follows us in there. He's like, oh, this looks amazing. But the blinds have broken or something and they won't go up because they're automatic. This renowned physician in his white coat, okay, who owns one of the biggest medical areas, clinics, whatever in our city. This man starts moving furniture for us so we can ambulate this patient.
Jumping on things, crawling over things, trying to figure out how to fix the blinds.
He's like, give me the hemostats. Rolls up the damn blinds, hemostats the blinds to the thing.
Let's talk about bedside manner.
And I'm just like, this man with all his glory, who don't even have to work, who's a brilliant physician, still in his white coat, over here helping us move furniture.
Because he was like, your job is already hard enough. Everyone's doing something.
Exactly.
I want this for this patient, so I'm going to do what we need to do to make it happen.
Just jump in there and do it. If a physician can do that. I've even had one of our renowned heart transplant surgeons recently in a room with me, and he sees me in the room with the patient. This man takes his white coat off, put it down, gets over by the chair with me and is like, I'm going to help you. And I'm like, no, I got it. He's like, no, I'm going to help. Literally helps me stand his patient and starts walking in the hallway with me with his patient. Didn't even use a stethoscope. He wasn't even trying to listen to the heart and lungs. He literally was just like, I'm going to help you move this patient. We have especially our one favorite nurse practitioner who's old school and she does not give a damn.
She's
Bailey. She's definitely Miranda Bailey. And she will, that's what we're going to start calling her. That's Bailey. Bailey will literally steal my cart and my monitor, okay, and go walk my patient because I haven't gotten to the patient yet. And we'll tell, I don't want to hear you crying in this hallway. You're going to walk and you're going to walk as far as I want you to walk. So if clinicians, this is why I say hospital administrators should not be allowed to be upper leadership if they do not have any kind of medical background. And I'm talking about direct patient care. If you have not done that, you should not qualify for those jobs. And you should have to do a quarterly a quarterly shift with the shittiest person in each department of said department. Not the shining star. Oh, we're going to put you with this one today to make your day easy. No, bitch, we want you with the do crew. Okay? So that you come back to reality when you're in these boardrooms making these decisions.
Oh, there goes gravity.
Listen, that is it for me. Like, stop making dumbass decisions in these boardrooms when your ass is not directly affected by the decisions that you're making in these boardrooms. Oh, productivity can be this, and that. But you got to go text somebody talking about, hey, anybody doing an eval so I can refresh on my skills and know what the fuck I'm supposed to do with my goddamn job?
Let me slow you down for your day. And make you less productive.
Can I watch what you're doing? Can I just watch? I'm gonna go with you guys just to see and waste time.
If I get observed one more time, I'm gonna call racial bias.
Call Benjamin Crump or Al Sharpton.
I'm gonna call fucking Martin Luther King from the grave himself.
Alyssa has been observed, twice in like 30 days?
Y'all, enough times for people at work to be like, why are you in this unit so much? And why do people keep coming to see what you're doing? Yeah. I'm like, did I kill someone that I don't know about? No, I don't. What the fuck?
It's convenient that you were observed with two different PTs. So it's definitely you.
It's me.
They're following you.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think it's funny.
I do my job and I do it well, so I'm not scared. I'm annoyed. Do you know what I mean? Like whenever they're there, I'm not like, oh my God, I'm nervous. I'm just like, why are you here? You're not helping. Here? You're not doing anything. You're just getting in the way. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But not like a ignorant. I know what I'm doing. Like truly, I do know what the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah.
So I need them to leave me.
And you don't know what I'm doing. So how the fuck can you observe what the fuck I do and you don't know what I do?
Maybe it's that for me. Like if you're coming to observe me, to
at least know my damn job.
Know what so that potentially if I was doing something wrong, you would be able to jump in and tell me. But you don't work with this population, these machines, none of it.
You're a shitty therapist through and through who got a leadership position and you suck.
Didn't say that. That was Fleming.
That's me. But it's the reality. It's the reality. Because you are so far removed and you are a shitty therapist at best, you literally are just like, here's the thing about leadership. Remember back in the day when you had a job, right? Summer job. Let's say you worked at McDonald's. The manager started out on the fries. I didn't definitely
just like
work I
don't. The idea of this is a bougie thing, but the idea of me smelling like fries all day, I couldn't fucking do it.
I would just get high off my own product, and I'd probably be 600 pounds.
Yeah, I'd probably eat hella nuggies.
I'll be eating the fries out of people's things.
out the ass.
Well, if the ice cream machine is working,
that's true.
But my thing is, you know how when you go up in leadership, you start off with the fries. Then you move to the burgers. Then you move to being a cashier. Then you move to being a manager. So if your employees are out for the day, guess what you can do?
Back on the fries, bitch.
Exactly. You know exactly what to do because you're not too far removed. That's why I respect McDonald's, Burger King, and all these, like even Chick-fil-A, these franchises, because you have franchise owners who are literally taking orders and they know how to work the fucking register. I always see the
Chick-fil-A managers on the fries, bagging the orders, doing all that shit.
You cannot be so far removed from what your people are doing on a daily basis that you forget where the fuck you come from. That's why, again, you as a CEO of any hospital should have a medical background, period.
Period, poo. Or the kids are saying purr now.
Now the CFO, he don't need to worry about patient care. You know why?
Money.
He's about the money, and that's what he's good at. He's supposed to be there. He don't give a shit about these patients. Fuck all these patients. That's why insurances are the way they are, because they don't give a shit, right? They just want their fucking coins, and I get it. But yeah, stop giving us food.
And if I don't get my squeeze balls by Wednesday 3 p.m., we're gonna have problems.
Alyssa's blowing it up.
Thank you very much.
Jesus,
I didn't say that. I just said we'll have.
Okay, gotcha. You know, I duly noted she's not gonna blow it up for any FBI agents that are watching or listening. Yeah, so. That's our TED Talk for the day.
Ooh, y'all. Yeah. Check back in next week to see if I get my squeeze balls. I'm going to be hell to pay if I don't.
Listen, I'm going to put a poll on Instagram. Will Fowler get her squeeze balls? People going to be like, what?
Let's just start keeping a
tally?
like a countdown of how long it takes me. Or count up?
Countdown.
Yeah. How long it takes me to get these damn squeeze balls. I'll raise hell.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that you're not going to get those for at least 30 days. That's my bet.
The next... what is it called?
Until the next engagement surveys that come out. Because here's the thing.
Oh, that's this week. Isn't it start tomorrow?
Here's the thing. When you have meetings about pointless stuff that can be an email, and then you send emails about stuff that should be a meeting, it's that for me. Yeah. I can't take it. And I'm taking it there. Because my thing is this. Like, you want us to make comments about what we're doing, how we're doing it, and how we feel. We keep telling you, and you're not doing anything about it. So what's the point of keep telling you? I'm just going to come get my check and leave. That's it. That's all
and leave. Peace out.
Peace out. Here's the thing that I've decided to do in the year of our Lord 2021. I am no longer going to things that do not serve me. I'm not. If it's not about patient care, no.
You would have thought I fucking pulled someone's swan out their neck or something.
No, you decannulated somebody on ECMO, and that's why they're watching you.
Yeah.
I'm convinced.
We've gotten complaints that you're lowering the sweep of your patients.
We hear that you're traking people and fishing off to OR.
Yeah, you're deep suctioning and yeah.
Yeah, it's just, yeah. So administrators out there, just understand that You have thoughts of us, but we have thoughts of you as well.
THOTZ, bitch.
What? Oh.
Wild thoughts about you.
Gotcha. I was like, what? You spelled it so fast I couldn't catch it.
Oh my God, thank you. I'm a good speller.
No, I just wasn't paying attention. But
okay.
Yeah, so administrators, you have thoughts of us, we have thoughts of you. Some are good, some are bad. Just understand that we are the people who are actually doing the work. And we need you to help us, to help you, to help us, to help you, to help us.
To help the millions of patients we see here.
Not the patients. I'm not there for the patients. I'm there for the check.
Okay. We're here for different reasons. That's okay.
Yes. I need you to do right by people. That's it.
Help me help you.
Especially with ancillary staff. Ancillary staff gets fucked over so much. Yeah. Ma'am.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck, we're in the middle of a recording. So anyway.
We're at the end of it.
On that note, yes, we are. All right, y'all. Well, anything else we need to talk about other than my birthday?
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
I'm so happy that you have made it. Listen, your body carried you through a fucking pandemic.
It definitely did.
And made another year,
yes.
Another trip around the sun, as they say.
Yes. I'm grateful for life. I'm grateful for knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. I'm grateful that my body is still intact, yet hurting, however, intact. And I'm just grateful. I'm grateful.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good year.
It's going to be an amazing year. Hand in hand, I shall walk. July. And on that note. Bye.
See you guys next week.
You say bye to the people. It's like, peace, bitch.
Thanks so much for tuning in to another episode of The Face Off with Fleming and Fowler. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at The Face Off Pod. Be sure to tune in to The Face Off every Tuesday where new episodes are released.